The next day, Arthur got up early and cooked breakfast and then went to wake up his wife. It's true that for a few months he was busy, but he loved his wife so much. On the way to their workplace, while Arthur was driving, he noticed his wife chatting with someone. He told her to talk to him instead of anyone else, but she seemed to ignore him. She got out of her car when her hospital arrived. Arthur turned the car around and started to head back when he noticed her wife hugging someone else. He was extremely hurt. He felt as though he had lost her at that point. Even though she traveled with him the entire time, she barely spoke to him. She didn't hug him but was hugging someone else. Arthur went home instead of his office, locked the door and burst into tears. He continued to sob till it was almost dark. When he realized he had to go to pick up his wife, he wiped his face and left. As he reached the hospital and was waiting for her, after waiting for some 10 minutes, he phoned up. His wife answered the phone and stated it would take her some more time. After an hour of waiting, he heard a knock on the car window and found his wife standing there. He let the door open. He kept quiet on the ride back home because he was aware that if he spoke anything, it may escalate into significant issue. He responded yes when his wife inquired if he was alright. After a few days also, Arthur was following the same routine. One day as usual, he woke up early and prepared breakfast. That day, his wife was also up early. When they were about to depart, someone knocked on the door. His wife went and opened it. It was the same man, Sarah's brother. His wife greeted him inside and introduced him to Arthur. The fact that he was Sarah's brother was not known to Arthur at that time. Oh, it's very horrible. Arthur must have felt terrible at that moment, added Aradhya. Yes, you are right, and you know why he had come that day? He had come to take her to the hospital. Arthur used to drop her at the hospital, but now he comes and takes his wife in front of him. Why was there a need to go with someone else when her husband who loves you so much is there and is willing to drop you off at work? Aradhya said. No, everything was planned by that man, who used to approach Arthur's wife rather than the other way around. She didn't want to create a mess because he was her senior. Although he had previously treated her nicely, his wife later realized what his true intentions were. But it was already too late, so she preferred to simply follow his instructions. She disregarded all of his pleas and proceeded to her office with the man, and Arthur was broken again. Arthur had now understood that something was wrong. He went to the hospital and met his wife's friend outside, asking her to tell him everything she knew about that man. After knowing his background, it didn't take long for him to understand who he was. Arthur understood the gravity of the problem. His wife rushed up and gave him a hug when she saw him standing outside the car. He felt like heaven at that moment, forgetting all of his worries. It has been days since he had shown her love. She got into the car and Arthur then began to drive. Why did he come to pick you up today? Only I have the right to drop you at your workplace. You understand, right? Why are you reacting in this manner, Arthur? What has happened to you? There must be a reason why I'm urging you not to meet someone, Arthur said. Don't you trust me? She asked. I do, but what, Arthur? She said angrily. Why don't you understand he's not a good person? Don't spoil my mood now, his wife shouted. She had never argued with him before, so Arthur was very baffled by what had happened. Arthur saw her as her entire universe, and he struggled to figure out how to return things to normal. At night, his wife, to make him happy, served the food to him and made him eat with her hands. As of tomorrow, you will only drop me off and pick me up, she added. You hold a very special place in my life, my sweetie. I love you. Arthur's rage subsided after hearing this.